safety is very important. You can see how does it make him calm. Will it make him calm when you are out of the room? Or will it make him calm when you hug him? Or does it make him calm? You say it's all right. Maybe is he hungry? What is it? Something is triggering him. Okay? So we have the ABC of behavior. There's a behavior, there's something that happens before, and there's something that happens after. And one of these things, the before or the after is what gives the behavior. So we need to understand. So just one instance will not give us understanding. Okay? So from your side, what you can do is you can remain calm. And at that moment, that is not a teaching moment. You cannot do this, you cannot behave like this. You calm him down. When he is calm, then you explain to him. You cannot throw things or you cannot shout. So this is not something which we do. And this has to be consistent, how you are handling him. And I will not suggest punishment, but if there is something that you can take away which he likes, like after the behavior is over, after the tantrum is being calmed down, you can tell him, see, if you behave like this, then I will not give you TV time. Or this is not going to happen because you behave like that. And you have to connect it. Is he able to connect things? If and then, is he able to, then you can connect and show. Okay? But you have to be consistent. Like if you tell him something, because you shouted, we are not going on for ice cream, then you have to stick to your word. So don't say things which you will not stick to. Okay?
So I know that a lot of parents have a lot of questions. So I suggest that if there are specific cases that you want to discuss with Dr. Nausheen or with Dr. Madhulika, it's better if we get in touch with them later so that they can talk to you at length and give you the solution for it. So if there are any general questions, we will take it. And we'll take another 5 questions. Otherwise, I know there is a lot of things that are working in your mind. You want to ask also, but it will go on endlessly. So 5 more questions. Yeah?
Hello. Ma'am, during our childhood time, if we used to do anything wrong, either we were upright from our parents or we were having some kind of regret. Now I find in my kids that they don't have sense of any regret for wrong. Okay.
So we are responsible for that. We are not letting them regret. We are letting them get away with it. Is that happening?
Means today he might be regret for anything. Tomorrow okay, chalta hai, leave it. Next thing. It's taking very casually. If he is doing something wrong.
So if you are saying no to something, then you have to stick to it. Like if you feel that the behavior is not appropriate, and you want to say that because your behavior is not appropriate, I will not let you watch TV, or I will not take you, then you have to stick to your word.
So that's what we try every day. We console whatever the way it is done. We are trying. Okay. But next day again same thing.
So they're not understanding.
They are not understanding. It's kind of loop. It is going with loop.
I think you should. If it is really sincere, if it is something small and you can ignore it, you can ignore it. How old are the children?
10 years.
10 years. Then they should be able to understand by now. See, when a 4-year-old, 5-year-old does it, we tell the parents if you can ignore the behavior, if they're not hurting themselves, if they're not hurting others, if you can ignore the behavior, sometimes the behavior just goes up. But 10-year-old, we expect them to reason out. Or at least not by themselves. When we reason out, we expect them to understand. So that should be there. If not, we need to look into it a little bit more deeper.
Thank you.
I need a mic. Can't hear you.
Actually, parents are twins. So, how myself and my wife is managing 2 kids growing together, I can take for a separate day. But what I'm thinking, the difference is, right, because the twins, right, comparatively, when I look at other children where they are at 12 age or at class 5, they are little small. But the stars, other where they're little small in them. When they're competing with others, they're earning little less. So they're always, I feel that whether it's a football, whether it's a class or wherever, right, they're competing probably with people which is little 1 class up. And
Above them.
they're earning little bit.
How old are they?
They are 12 years.
They're 12 years. So they're what, 6th standard, 7th standard?
They are in fifth standard. We
Fifth
were in
standard.
Singapore, we relocated, so it is one.
1 year. So they're in 5th standard. But you feel that they're not performing in 5th standard appropriately.
They are,
in
I
4th.
find like they're competing to in one class up.
One class above, you feel that. So, are they complaining to you that they are not able to handle?
Football, yes.
The
So
children
when
are-
they are playing football with the 12 years, all other kids are little bigger.
Older to them,
all
bigger to
small.
them. So, what does the coach say, or the teachers or the coach? Do they have any issues, or they feel that they'll catch up?
No, they feel they catch up, but I think I thought asking that on because the other panel also feels is there any genetic thing that we
Okay,
can do?
no, see, if it is affecting their self-esteem, then you should take them out. If it is not affecting their self-esteem and they're taking it in a very competitive spirit and the school is not complaining, then you shouldn't worry about it. They will learn, they will manage. But if it is affecting their self-esteem, then you shouldn't put them through it. Okay, so you will be the best judge if it is affecting their self-esteem. If they come with complaints every day, they don't want to do it, they don't want to be a part of it, then you have to rethink it. Whether they should be in that age group or not. Because at the end of the day, we want the child to have a good self-esteem. We want them to feel good about themselves. Not feel that, okay, I am not up to their level. We don't want that. So we should not put them in a situation where they feel that they are not up to that level. So as adults, it is up to us how we handle it.
Hi ma'am.
Hi.
So I have two questions. One is like I know physical activity is very much required, but my kid he is having like only physical activity. He's not tend to learn anything. And when I say him no that you learn and you, so he says, I know mama, I need to learn and all. But when he goes down to play, he plays, and when the last child when it is left, then when she goes home, then only he will come. So means this is like very much difficult for me as a working parent.
So you are there when the child comes home?
Sorry?
Are you at home when the child comes home?
Yeah, I'm picking him up.
You pick him up, you make him finish the homework, and then you send him back. You finish whatever studies need to be done because he needs more time with them, right?
Mhm.
So once he plays and he's tired, he's not able to study. Is that your concern?
That is also my concern, and the concern is like his sleep is not getting completed because the child will have late school also, right? But this school bus comes at 7 a.m.
Okay.
So I need to make him ready.
Sleep early.
Yeah,
So he has to sleep early so that he gets up early.
correct.
So you need to have a structure. So this is the study time, this is the play time, that is very, and you stick to it. Okay? So sticking to it means even if you have to go down physically and take him back to studies, you have to do that. Now he's a child. He just loves to play and is going on playing, but we cannot allow that. So you give him time and you go down and bring him back physically.
No, but he's not coming. He's like, I want to play and I want to be there down whole night.
Okay. So that is not happening. You have to be much more firmer. See, you're the parent here. He's a child. The child will tell us different things. I don't want to study. I don't want to go to school. I want to go on playing. I want to go on watching TV. They will tell from their end. But as parents, it is our responsibility that we take it. This is it.
So, ma'am,
You have to be a little bit more firm.
Yeah, so ma'am, I will ask you a question. Like, if I punish him, like saying that 4 days you are not going to go down to play.
Yeah.
So that is.
So right, yeah. As long as you're not physically hitting him,
Correct.
taking away something is all right.
Okay.
For their the consequence has to be there. Otherwise, they will not realize. Okay, that is it. Yeah, the lady in blue. Yes.
The-
You have been wanting.
Something has to.
Just one more question I'm having.
Okay. Yeah.
So now there is a world of AI and all, right? And means schools are also promoting computer science and all.
Yes.
So means taking away from child the screen time is very much difficult, right?
See, we are not saying that you take away the technology from them. We are saying reduce screen time. So what we are watching has to be educational. It has to be something which will help them in understanding, help them in
Concept
learning
something.
things. It beyond senseless things. And even what they watch.
वो parking का problem होगा ना? It's good ना?
Not keep for hours on end they are on the
Bye.
or the TV or computer. That is what we are against. We are not against
Parking
the
issue.
device which you use it. Whether you want to Google some information, whatever you want, it is a device which, and you just use it for that time. Okay. She's been waiting. Hello.
I have a son of 5, close to 6 years now. I have a very general question. The question is for how long we can say the parents' traits, natural traits, reflect on the child. The reason I'm asking is for how long we can keep justifying ourselves more than anyone else that maybe one of us is introvert, probably he is a bit shy, or maybe one of us struggled with learning or maybe maths, so that will reflect in the child. I think that
This is a very interesting question. So,
Yes.
thank you for that. See, a child inherits from us, inherits from the parents, from the
Right.
grandparents, from the uncles, from the aunts. We have no say in that. Genetics has a very big say.
That's true.
First comes genetics. Second comes the environment that we give the child. Okay? Now, third comes the child's own personality, which is very, very important. Okay? It is not just genetics, it is not just the environment, it's also the child. So you will find parents who are very, extroverted, they are very good in studies, they are very social, everything, and you will find the child, I don't want to do this. I don't want that. And it is all right. That is the child's personality. We would like to see that we have made this child, we have designed it, but to be very, very truthful, we have a very small say. Okay? We have to do things, yes, give them a nurturing environment, all that. At the end of the day, after doing all this, it is the child's personality. It is the child's own makeup that is going to come up, the physical makeup, the mental makeup of the child. And we actually don't have money. We are like a shepherd. We can just see that the sheep grazes in a good environment. The sheep has a good quality of grass to grow, but we are just shepherds to our children. We can just guide them. So don't worry too much about genetics and all that.
so up to what age can I expect?
At any age, you can just relax. Just do your bit. What we can do is do our bit and then just relax. So they will have their own thing. See, we find parents who are very, very good in academies and the child has no interest in academics, wants to do art, one is very good painter, whatever, and it's all right. As long as your child is happy, it is all right. Okay? So as parents, we need to calm down. And it's all right. A child is healthy, a child is emotionally fine, it's fine.
Thank you.
Okay? One last question.
From this side.
Hello.
So my daughter is going to be 10 in another 2 months. So the question is very generic that we somehow feel that there is an importance of saying no in life. So what I get to see in her is that she's otherwise very sweet. I mean, everybody says she's a very sweet girl, very well behaved, everything is fine. But she can't say no to things.
Oh, people pleasing personality disorder.
Yes, so I feel that in today's world, sometimes it requires to put the foot down.
Yes.
Yes.
And to know the boundaries, and more than that, to protect one's own self.
Yes.
Very true.
Very
So
true.
this has to do with self-esteem. Now what she is trying to do is she's trying to be a people pleaser.
People pleasing
She
personality
doesn't want
disorder,
to
right.
upset the opposite person. It can be family, it can be her friends, whoever. So when we are afraid to say no, what does it show? That we are people pleasers.
Pleaser
We do
personality.
not have a self-esteem. Okay, that is what it shows. So we need to build up a self-esteem. And then it is all right to say no. And you can start with your food habits, you can start with your dress habits, whatever. It is all right to say no. And your no will be respected. So this respect has to start from the home first. When you know, we take her no. And you say it's fine. You don't want to eat this or you don't want to do that, it is fine. So you need to build up her self-esteem. So that she has the ability to say no.
So we have these heart-to-heart talks where I say that, so see, if this is the situation where somebody is taking away things from you,
Yes.
you should immediately stop that. It's not that you have to hit back or something, just
Or
say
report,
so.
or at least report to an adult.
Yeah, but you cannot do this. So she can't say that, don't do this. So,
So that is lack of confidence. It's not lack of confidence. She may feel that if I say
She need validity from other people.
or others may attack me or no, I will lose
Validation.
For children, friendship is very important. They feel safe in that environment. So you have to tell them it's all right. How else can you ask thoroughly? How else can you handle it? Do you want to report it to your teacher, or do you want me to go and tell your teacher? So sometimes we have to step in. We have to, and they need to know that we will step in. As adults, as parents, as teachers, that we have their back, that we will step in for them. And that will give them confidence. Today it's small things. Tomorrow it can be major.
Bigger thing, yes,
So we want
relationship.
the children to be able to say no and stick to it. And so sometimes when we say no, we are also have to face the consequences for that. So we need a strength for it. So that is what we need to do.
because I got a feedback saying that if I say no, they will not be friends.
Like me, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
That is a fear. They will not be my friends. So this is how I got
They want
to have
validation,
fear of
external
your friends.
validation, for sure.
You get other friends. So that confidence you need to build up. Okay? So that's it. We'll end it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Wonderful session, ma'am.
Parenting is not about raising the children the way we want them to be, but it's about guiding them to become the best of who they are. With this thought in mind, I would rise on the stage to convey my heartfelt thanks for today's enriching session. Our sincere gratitude goes to our esteemed guests, Dr. Madhulika and Dr.
Nausheen.
Nausheen, for sharing your wisdom on positive parenting, early support, and nurturing children with understanding and patience. Your words are a reminder that parenting is not a responsibility, but it's a privilege. The practical insights you shared today will surely help us strengthen our bonds with our children and guide them with empathy. A warm thanks to all the parents whose presence added meaning to this session. Your involvement reflects the love and affection and commitment you have towards your children's growth and well-being. We also extend our gratitude to the management of our school for their constant support in making sessions like this possible. I now invite respected principal Ms. Gauri Somaya to present a token of appreciation to our honorable guests, Dr. Nausheen and Dr. Madhulika.
Thank you, dear parents. I'm so happy to see a larger number this time because last time we arranged the session, I was a little disappointed with you parents. I'm really so happy that you all came and I'm sure you're benefited. We'll try and arrange more such sessions which will be very useful to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Your guidance and encouragement make such meaningful gatherings possible. As we conclude, let's carry today's learning into our home to nurture our children with love, guide them with patience, and celebrate every step of their growth. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Beautiful.
Now I request the dignitaries to move to the admin block. We request the parents to be seated.